I guess we're just AFK spectating more or less at this point.
Wait, hello, testing 1 2 3. Wait, hello, testing. Oh, you know it works now. Yeah, now the volume's going through.
There we go. Alright, so we've been talking to ourselves this entire time so far, so I guess that works. But we see a pretty. I would not have gone with the Soraka in this case. I feel like they needed a hard engage or hard peel. Soraka does not fit that bill. They do have the Malzahar ult, they do have Jarvan, of course, but like, I think it's going to be very difficult for Dwight Diaz to actually kill their bot lane.
Yeah. Yeah, so it's gonna be Hecarim top, Xin Zhao jungle. Xin Zhao's gonna help them get to the late game, but once they get to the late game, I think it's over. Just because the Sona, Tarek, Azir, Hecarim, it's just
And
not.
Yeah,
It's not
Dwight
gonna
Diaz
be
is a
much
hard
you can
get
do.
that. Hecarim's a really strong pick. That's someone I definitely would have banned, but they didn't get around to it, which is fairly unfortunate.
But I do see a win condition for Dwight Diaz and Howard if they get picks, because Dwight, they have a lot of pick potential. They have a Jarvan, they have a Malzahar ult, and the Ashe ult too. So there's going to be, if they can get the picks out early, as we wait for the spectator delay, they'll be able to do some, they'll be able to get some free picks, try to push waves.
I think we should take into account the top lane matchup. This is going to be very difficult for Yasuo. His main goal, honestly, should be just to farm up and try not to feed the Hecarim, because we all know once Hecarim gets fed, especially with Conquer, he just.
No, I actually played the Yasuo. I've played the Yasuo Hecarim matchup a few times, and Yasuo should probably win that.
Does he?
Yeah, he definitely wins that.
Let's see. Has teleport and Tarek has heal, so we don't see an exhaust or ignite coming in, which actually might be really good for Dwight Diaz and Howard in terms of like actually kill potential.
I think it's good because all they want to do is farm in lane, keep the lanes pursed, and sustain. So they went for the Soraka here, which means you want to try to out sustain them. And at this point, it's probably going to keep up with the sustain. I don't know if that's going to work as well because it's two healing. It's the healing of Sona and Tarek versus just the Soraka. Ashe wants to poke with W also, and you're not really going to feel the effect of that.
The issue too is that with Xin Zhao and Hecarim, peel for their carries. Like, of course, you have the Malzahar ult, the Ashe ult, Jarvan, but like aside from that, you're not likely to land the Soraka snare. Most people will walk out of it. Yasuo only has his tornado. Like, these carries are going to get dived really hard, and that's going to be something to consider, especially with the Sona and Tarek support. If Tarek lands a good stun, Sona gets his heal off or your heal off and damage. But Diaz and Howard might not be able to make it to the late game if they want to.
Yeah, so if Dwight Diaz and Howard can get picks with the Ashe or get picks with the Malzahar and the Jarvan, I think that's how they're going to win this game. They're going to try to end before 30 minutes or like 28 minutes around that mark. But the Sona Tarek thing is definitely something that's been picking up. You saw, for those of you who watched Cloud9 play TSM last week, Cloud9 picked it game one, won pretty handily.
Tarek ult's really strong right now, especially on someone like Xin Zhao or Hecarim, where you can get them in, stop them from taking any damage from the beginning of the fight, and then they can just keep fighting.
Just imagine late game when Azir is just going to stand still, hitting everybody with 3 soldiers, and the Tarek ult is on top of him.
Yeah.
But either way, I'm excited for this game. Should be a good matchup.
In your opinion right now, which side do you think is going to win this one so far, starting off?
Well, it's tough to say because Dwight Eisenhower does have the better record, but I do think the draft has to go to the right side. I think it all depends. If because they have so much pick potential, they can just force things.
Let's see some fun.
Because it's weird. You have 2 team comps who want to do the opposite. Dwight Eisenhower wants to get picks. They want to force engages with the Ashe, Soraka, Malzahar, and Jarvan. They want to force stuff early. But the whole point of Sona and Tarek is to disengage. They just want to push waves, prevent people from getting on top of him, and let the Azir farm up to late game. Hecarim, we all know the monster that Conqueror Hecarim is right now.
Let's see. So one thing we gotta consider too, level difference. That's something important in terms of personal playing experience. See Dwight Diaz and how not either matching them in ranks or levels. So I think the more experienced players might have this. We'll see.
Well, like I said before, the ranks are definitely higher on the side of University Laboratory, which is the bot side team right now, the red team. But they do have a worse record than their opponents. So we'll see how much synergy plays a factor in this. By the way, if you are a player, if you like playing League of Legends and you're in a high school or college, you should consider joining GGLeagues. It's a free league in the Chicago area. I've played in it myself. I played in the Diamond Collegiate Division this season. And as we go into game, you know, see if you have any friends who play GGLeagues in your school. You know, if you got friends who play League of Legends, you can join a team, or you can join a team from a different school. You know, it's a great community to play in GGLeagues. So, all of you who play League of Legends and aren't currently in that, I'd highly consider that. As we get into
we see the double support item start from the bot from Laboratories. So
yeah, they're gonna.
It looks
all
like
they want to do is
might
poke.
be running.
Yeah, they just want to get poke. Both of them will take CS, but they just want to poke and get the gold from their.
Looks like the
items.
Ash forgot to buy items.
Yeah, so Ash does not have items. So I don't know if this is a new strategy where she's saving.
Let's see if it might have been a mistake.
I'm curious to see if she's gonna go back and buy them before the game starts.
I see some pretty even spacing on both sides. I think they know where their lanes are up against. The early game, yeah, Laboratories, if for example there was a fight right now, Laboratories would win this easily. Ash is still not back and got items, which is very confusing to me.
Yeah, sometimes the pressure builds up and you forget to do the little things, so...
Unless she's expecting to just steamroll Laboratories. See, both sides are just going to back off here, nothing is really going to happen. Both starting their bot. Still barely in the early game, especially yeah. So top lane is actually that's trouble. Alright, bot lane. Pretty bad trade.
Yeah, you're already seeing the poke that Sona and Tark are capable.
Ash, of course, that item makes it even worse.
So far, nothing too crazy. Hey, see the power they have. Just Sona has the raw base damage, so she can just poke and win trades without even trying that hard. So for the junglers, looks like Xin Zhao is looking for that gank mid. But Malzahar is playing pretty safe, so he's not going to be touched by that. Meanwhile, so far, everyone laning. Nothing too crazy going on here. You see the gold is pretty much even. Yasuo tries to go aggressive with the level 3 advantage. Ash still has no items. So, unless this is a spectator bug, which I don't believe it is.
Sona has Buffy, I just realized, so she's making a decent amount of money. You also see is here out pushing the mouse.
Yeah, that's what you take on Sona.
Wait, we might see
looks like Zin's going for a gank on the top side, but it is spotted out by the ward and the Tribrush, so nothing is going to happen there. As we continue to see the bot lane farm out, you see Sona's got her slide sack of gold in her inventory. And so far,
there might be something happening here. Looks like they were heal and exhaust right there.
So yeah, you see just the raw base damage is really not much Ash can do against it, especially Soraka, who's not going to be doing damage, just for sustained healing.
Heavily also against Malzahar. Looks like Hector's finally starting to fight Yasuo. Now this guy's Conqueror up.
Yeah, so you see, like, you know, Ash has 27 CS, but Tarek's got 22. Sona's got 6, so that's even right there, but then you have to count in the value from the support item gold plus Sona's Klepto. He's Jarvan.
Hecarim's fine. He's just get out.
Yeah. Jarvan throws out his EQ, but not quite in range, as Hecarim is able to run away. Yasuo going for another trade. Misses this, hits another Q, so he's got the tornado. He's got minions.
Looks like Ash finally bought items on her back now. So it wasn't a spectator, but she did forget items.
Yeah. So now maybe you'll see a little bit more power from the Ash, as Azir is up heavily.
Winning against the Malzahar, right? But
Yeah.
something could happen here with Jarvan.
So the first dragon is an ocean, which would help for the sustain, because then you can match a little bit of the sustain that University Laboratory is having, the red team. And you see another trade being taken. Here's Xin Zhao in the bot lane. They do spot this out. Ash is going to throw out a W to slow. But he flashes in. It's going to force his flash from Soraka too. So that's going to be the jungler trade for the support's flash. As we will be inviting our other caster back into the Discord, who had to leave because of connectivity issues. And another return gank, as Xin Zhao is going to get the first blood. Alright, so...
Now we're back.
And then there's a flash in Yasuo. Yasuo's gonna pick up the... But bot lane does pick up 2 kills. There goes to Jarvan. Jarvan EQ's in, but Azir's gonna push him back out to the ultimate, as... Looks like the red side is gonna be able to take this dragon. They're backing off. They're trying to pull it out to prevent a Jarvan steal. They're respecting the smite. Jarvan doesn't have smite anyway. So you see top is ahead heavily with the Yasuo.
Yeah,
Yasuo does win that matchup.
Hecarim is a nightmare. We see the first dragon going to the red team.
Because Yasuo is going to continue to shove his advantage. Mid is a heavy advantage. But overall, the gold advantage is onto the side, the red team side, because you have to counter in the first blood. The 2 kills balance out. The solo kill for Yasuo, plus the kill on Xin, but the first blood to Sona, plus all of her Klepto stacks, and the support gold is why you see a 1.5k gold advantage on the red side.
I just realized the mid laner is up about almost 40 CS, a bit more than 40 CS right now. So that team makes Malzahar kind of useless right now.
Yeah. I mean, he's still got the ultimate, but it's really easy for Malzahar to get shoved in certain situations. I think once Malzahar hits level 6, he'll be able to push and farm these waves just fine. But I'd really like to see a gank on this Azir here, because all he does is push the waves up. Here's Jarvan coming through.
We do. He can just. The thing is, he can just stream.
He flashes after Malzahar out, followed by the Cataclysm. And that's going to be a kill down. Yeah, that's a great move there by Dwight Eisenhower to punish his aggression. Azir is just shoving these waves all day. And unfortunately, Ventriligo couldn't flash out of the range of the Malzahar ultimate. So he's going to be locked down with that CC chain. Jarvan Malzahar is a great jungle mid combo. You can lock down anybody. As you see, Xin Zhao is taking his red buff. The jungle farm is even. Top is ahead by about 20 and a kill. Mid's got a kill now, but it's still down 35 CS, so that kill was greatly needed. As you see, the gold deficit is now about 1,000. Still very even game here. Both teams have a chance to win. Xin Zhao, oh, Yasuo doesn't have any wards. He's got to watch out for Xin Zhao. In goes the Hecarim. Hecarim's scared to go in though. Yasuo. There goes the ult.
There's the ult.
And the Ignite drops down from Hecarim. Not much counterplay there, but they did respect it.
With this, Xin Zhao does seem is starting to get far ahead of their Jarvan. That could be a problem for Dwight Diaz and House.
Yeah, Xin Zhao is the early game jungler that wants to fight, and Jarvan's the early game jungler that wants to gank.
Looks like Jarvan is in his jungle though, taking a few camps just to punish him a little bit, but it's not going to be too much off that.
See, Xerxes continues to dominate this mid lane matchup. So nothing too crazy going on here. You see the kill top put the gold deficit or the gold advantage almost to 2,000. Xin Zhao is going to steal away the blue buff, so Malzahar won't get that.
See, not too much happening right now. We do see bot side shoving in.
And it looks like Jarvan's going to go for a gank on the bot side. They do spot it out because they have a ward and Chai Brush, and they know that, so they're going to back off. As Ventrilo goes in for another trade. Oh, knocks him back with the Azir wall. Malzahar has to flash away. And then the ultimate comes down. But he pops the barrier. He's still alive. Swaggerall comes in.
We do see...
Ventrilo manages to pick up a kill. Or Ventrilo drops to the Malzahar, but the Xin Zhao manages to pick up a counter kill. His Slime Wizard's got to run. Zin's got flash. He should be dead here. Trying not to burn his flash if he has to. And down goes the Malzahar.
That's 4 on Xin Zhao. That's going to be a real problem for Dwight Diaz now right now. It also looks like he's heading bot side right now to see if he can do anything, but I think they have it worked. Or they do now.
There's a good play. Ventrilo played that really well there. 1v2, holding off for as long as he could and almost got out. But it's not much counterplay to a point-and-click Malzahar ult. And he held off long enough for Xin Zhao to come in and pick up 2 kills. Now he's looking bot. Gonna go through the lane gank. Ashe is low on mana, and they have no idea. So they can follow up with the Sona ult to start, and then the Taric ult as they can just dive. This should be 2 easy kills. As he goes in, Taric flashes in to get the stun, locked up by another Sona stun.
Do you see the Ashe?
And they're all really low. They could... Oh, I feel like they definitely could have dived that if they popped the Taric ulti. But either way, they get Ashe flash, and they get the Soraka flash for just Taric, so that's a win for the bot side. And they're going to be able to get some
we also did see the exhaust too.
Yeah, Sona actually Ashe burned heal and Sona burned exhaust. So 4 summoners down for the bot lane. As Xin Zhao is going to pick up this bot lane Ocean Drake for free, which provides more sustain for the sustain comp.
We do see Hecarim actually starting to pick up some CS. The CS difference isn't as great as it used to be now. That's important.
So I don't think Yasuo is far enough ahead. You see Azir going for the early QSS, greatly respecting that Malzahar ultimate. So it is going to delay his damage a little bit, but it's increasing his survivability. Here comes Jarvan in for the mid gank. Azir doesn't have flash, but Jarvan gets knocked into his tower. He QSS's the Malzahar out. That's going to force a flash from Jarvan. Really nice play by Ventrilo. Forces the flash out of the Jarvan and almost gets a 1v2 kill.
He's dominating this mid lane right now.
As here comes Hecarim. He's going to charge into the Yasuo. Then ults in so he can ult. Cancels the ult. Yasuo's going to drop to the Ignite. And now bot lane's going in. Tark's doing its work. This game is starting to swing heavily into the favor of the red team with a 3k goal. I'm going to pick up a few turret platings. But overall, looks like the red team is just dominating this early game with the Xin Zhao being everywhere. Jarvan's ganking as well, it's just the Xin Zhao ganks are working out better. Jarvan's been focusing this mid lane on ganks, and Ventrilo is playing it so well that he's able to limit the Jarvan pressure, doing so much work for his team, taking off pressure from the jungler. As you see, Malzahar's trying to back. Azir is gonna stop his back again. So Azir's gonna get some serious damage on this tower. I don't think Jarvan wants to hold that wave and fight him.
I don't see too much happening bot lane right now. Everyone's just kind of taking it easy. But I want to point out that the Xin Zhao right now is actually 5-0, which is giving me a huge lead over the Jarvan. And especially if that Xin Zhao is a nightmare to deal with.
But Yasuo, they just popped the Herald top, got a kill. Now Hecarim is trying to run away, but Yasuo dashes around. He's able to pick up a kill. Xin Zhao drops the ultimate. He's looking for the 1v2.
I think he'll be
able to get it. And Azir comes in with the wall. Just nice play by Azir to come in and save it last second.
And that Rift Herald went to waste more or less. They were able to
Well, they did get the first blood tower. They got the first blood tower, so that's worth it 100%. That was going to be a big swing on the side of blue team, except Azir was able to come at the last second. That was a difference between a kill on Xin Zhao plus Rift Herald hitting that tower versus 2 kills on Azir. So that's a huge swing right there. Getting the Azir on the board. This guy's going to be a monster in a late game.
We do see someone with the ult. We could see a play down bot lane. For example, if we do see a flash ult and a stun from Taric, that's an easy kill on either Ashe.
Yeah. So to Taric, they know that their Azir is fed, their Xin Zhao is fed. All they have to do is chill lane, don't do anything.
In terms of CS though, Ashe has been actually CSing pretty well. She's up to 121 CS with only 1 death. No kills though, but we do see Soda and Taric still doing a pretty good job of splitting farm between the two of them.
Oh, now drops onto the Azir. He pops the QSS. There's going to be Ignite down. Yasuo is going to pick up a big shutdown, 450 gold, but here comes Xin Zhao. He's going to pick up the kill on Malzahar. Doing with the Yasuo. He dashes in.
Was that just me or did you see the Azir kind of BMing him a little bit?
I don't know about that. The Soraka is going to be able to keep the Yasuo alive, but this Xin Zhao is very strong. Yasuo is looking in. He does have his last breath up, so any knockup. Here comes a Hecarim. He charges in with the ultimate. Yasuo dashes through it. And he is going to be able to... He ults in. Hecarim drops the Ignite though, so he's going to be dead. And now Xin Zhao and Hecarim get to chase this poor Jarvan who's about to drop. We got a 7-0 Xin Zhao. This man showed up to play in the playoffs today. He's ready to go.
I think this game might be over already.
Well, it's a 4,000 gold lead, and that team does have the... So, right now we're going to have to see some big picks coming in from the blue team. They're going to have to see, you know, a great Ashe ult, yeah, Malzahar ult, some big Jarvan combo. Don't discount the Jarvan Yasuo combo. He could get a big knockup.
Of course. Let's see. Top lane's pushing in. Azir decided to go bot lane just to hold off the Ashe Soraka, but not too much is happening right now on the map. I just see Hecarim getting
This is good for red side. They want to switch the Azir to bot lane and put the Sona Taric mid because they can just shove these waves and take towers so easily. Azir is fine being bot because he can just farm safely. That's all he wants to do. He just wants to farm to get his 3 items. The gold lead is now 4,000 for the red side. Mountain Drake is spawned, and red team's gonna start this right up.
We do see Jarvan coming in though, so there's a possibility.
Look for the steal. They do have vision, as it's down to about 3.5k.
We do see Zona also kind of zoning off the Malzahar and Jarvan, but it looks like Jarvan
just has to go for a play mid. Zona flashes and ults to get away. Flash for the Mountain Drake, which is definitely worth for the red team. Jarvan was thinking about the steal, but decided I'll go for the gank mid. Almost gets it. Sona.
We do see Xin Zhao, it looks like Xin Zhao's about to go in, but he kind of backed off the last minute. We do see a fight happening top lane. Hecarim ulting out against the Yasuo.
Yeah, Yasuo is definitely the strong point for Dwight Eisenhower right now. Winning this 1v1 really hard is... Oh, there's a Yasuo ult in the combo.
We do.
That's 1,000 gold on a Yasuo, but here comes Azir. He knocks him back into his team. And Sona Taric is going to come through. Sona picks up the kill on a Yasuo. Taric is dropping down as they're looking for more. Azir soldiers are flying in. But Malzahar kills a Sona. He ults Azir, but it's QSS. Ashe is autoing, but it's not going to do enough damage. Azir's going to take down the Ashe.
Ashe is getting out-autoed by the Azir.
And it's going to be...
a double kill on the Azir.
And Jarvan is,
running it down a little bit.
Jarvan's on the
Don't
wrong side of the
execute,
map,
it looks like.
unfortunately. 1,000 gold goes over to Yasuo, but at the end of the day, it's a 4 for 3 in advantage of the red team.
We still do see a 4.5k gold lead, right?
It was a really close fight. Both teams played that fight really well, but at the end, the Azir is just too strong, and the Sona and Taric, the peel that they have. They did get an early pick on a Sona in that fight. It all started with the pick to Xin Zhao. Yasuo got that 1,000 kill, or the 1,000 gold from Xin Zhao. After the Jarvan chained CC. Got the knock up. No escape for Xin Zhao there. So you see the gold lead now for red team is about 4.5 thousand.
Yeah.
Now Xin Zhao may be 7-1, but you want the gold on the Azir and the Hecarim. Hecarim doesn't have any gold right now, so the one way I see Dwight Diaz and Harry winning this game is by putting Yasuo on the side lane. He wins the 1v1 with Hecarim and tries to take down these towers.
The only problem is if they do throw the rest of them mid, they're still going to lose mid lane very hard with the Azir pushing and the Sona. But like I said, though, as you see, Sona's really squishy.
And then another QSS drops. Is a good buy by Ventriligo. He's had to QSS the Malzahar about 5 times now. So respecting the Malzahar, sacrificing some damage, probably saved him a few times.
Something's going to happen mid lane. In terms of teamfight potential, Dwight does have a good teamfight, especially with that Yasuo being really strong. But
if they can kill the, I think if they can kill the Azir right now with his QSS down, send an Ash Arrow, it might be able to win this. They're gonna have to kill Azir before the Taric ult goes off.
Hecarim is back there though, so
the teams are gripping mid. Oh, and Jarvan's gonna get picked off by the Hecarim. But Yasuo is fighting Hecarim right now. He's winning this, but he's got a Taric coming in to stun.
We do see him getting feared.
As Hecarim's gonna pick up the double kill.
That's the golden Hecarim you're talking about. Now he might be a bit stronger, which should be pretty good for.
Looks like they're gonna go straight to Baron here. They've got a mountain. The enemy jungler is dead, and the Yasuo, their strongest member, is also dead. So this should be a pretty free Baron. Looks like blue side is gonna attempt to contest, but I don't know if they'll be able to do much.
They'll probably just end up dying if they honestly do.
As the Baron will be going over to the red team. That is now a 7,000 gold lead at 21 minutes into this game. Things are going very well. They drafted for a late game comp and they win the early game. So it couldn't go much better right now for University Laboratory.
Just checking scores right now, we see the 0-5 Jarvan now. I thought we were going to be able to see early picks from him. I guess I was wrong about that. He just has been getting completely out-jungled everywhere by the Xin Zhao. You see the bot lane from both teams aren't doing too much. It's mainly just been a relaxing experience down there. But we do see a bunch of assists in the Sona and the Taric. And also, of course, you know about the Hecarim who's been trying to 1v1 the Yasuo top lane and the mid laner who's been carrying this game so far.
Yeah,
at the end of the bot Taric go down. We might see something happen here.
Here goes Xin Zhao. He's instantly Asher, but it doesn't matter because the Sona Zero knocks him in, the Taric ult drops, and it's going to be a 3-0 in favor of University Laboratory. It's just too easy to pick up these kills. They have such a good dive composition. The Zero wall, the Sona ult, the Taric ult. It's just playing textbook here, and it's working out pretty well for them. And now they're going to siege with Baron. Not too much Yasuo or Malzahar can do against this. They're just going to have to watch their inhibitor fall. 22 minutes in, 23 minutes, the bot lane inhibitor is going to drop.
Nah, I think we're going to have to back off. I don't think they can end it right here. We do see an almost 10k gold lead though, which is something to take into consideration.
Yeah, ultimately this lead it started because of the mid-jungle combo. Xin Zhao and Azir just played so well together. Their synergy is really good. As another dragon will be going over Triple Ocean. And Azir over here just 1v4ing, but he doesn't get knocked up. Yasuo won't take the ult.
Yeah, that was smart by Yasuo. If he did that, he would have died for sure.
Yeah. Oh, he takes the 2-man ult. He gets 2. He gets the Azir and Taric. Sona's ulted by Malzahar, and Sona's gonna drop to the Ashe. That's another kill to Azir. Oh, he barely gets out, but Xin Zhao's on a backline. Azir goes down to Soraka.
Looks like Xin Zhao's flashing out. He's gonna go down here most likely.
That's 3 kills just picked up for Dwight D. Eisenhower. They got to pick on with the Malzahar, the Jarvan ult. You can get picks like that, and just like you know, right away, you just got 3 for 0 right there. As they're gonna pick up a turret. That is much needed. They got some big bounties right there. Yasuo going in for more, fighting the Hacker, and Tarek's here. Looks like he's gonna back off. So Ashe got a 450 gold bounty from the Sona. It's definitely gonna help Ashe get on the board. Ashe still sitting at 1 item, but looking for the Hurricane next. Once Ashe gets that Hurricane, she'll start doing some more damage.
The problem is, I also realized that aside from that, Diversity Laboratories doesn't have too much hard CC. You have the Tarek stun, the Sona stun, but other than that, you don't have that much thing. You're not gonna be able to burst down this Yasuo like they need to be able to.
Yeah, well, they do have the Hecarim ult. They've got the Xin Zhao with his adaptive helm. So Xin Zhao is actually going defensive. He's respecting the Malzahar. Personally, I think he should have gone something like Sterix. He's just so far ahead. If he uses Sterix, I have more AD and he won't die.
I remember Mercurial Seminar would have been a good idea. Maybe QSS too. Because, for example, I think this mouse and the fact that what's in that last fight with Sona getting caught, it's really important that they figure out how to deal with that.
So at this point, you want to see Malzahar altering the Sona or Xin Zhao, because Azir, you know Azir is going to QSS it.
We do see a Knight's Vow on the Jarvan, which I did not expect.
Yeah, Jarvan accepting the fact that he's going to, if they're going to win, it's going to be through his Yasuo. Yasuo gets some big damage off, and Sona gets altered. He's going to die before the Tarek ult. And then Tarek ult comes down to keep him alive for a little bit longer. That's going to be another pick. It's 2 for 0 on the side of Dwight D. Eisenhower so far. They just got 2 picks right there.
You did see the Hacker
working.
But we also do see the Misty Range pushing into the base really hard right now.
They did take a turret though, so that's unfortunate.
So that might not be worth in the end.
Yeah, the base is running out of time right now. For Dwight D. Eisenhower, they got to do something. They did get 2 picks, but right now we're looking for the 5-man ace. Otherwise, I don't see how they're going to win this game. Yasuo is sitting at 3.5 items right now. This is a very strong Yasuo right now.
Especially with that Steer X, makes him very annoying.
The problem, Malzahar is also decently strong. Xin Zhao is going to try to fight the Jarvan. He's going to take the... And Sona's flanking. Jarvan's flashes, he's trying to get out. Drops Soraka ult too. And he does flag and drag out. He's going to... Oh, almost lived.
Unlucky.
Good attempt. He burned his flash as they're just going to pick up a free pick out there. Baron will be up in less than a minute now, so it's just time to set up Vision around here. As the clock continues to tick.
We're starting to see that lagging damage from Sona, but as we see earlier, she gets bursted down so quickly that oftentimes she isn't able to get that damage out. So having such a squishy character, it's a real issue, especially with Malzahar and Yasuo. She's going to be getting one shot pretty much every single fight. They need to figure out how to protect her. And I think that might have been a good idea why the Xin Zhao went Abyssal, because if he jumps in first, he's able to peel for his carry.
Oh, Sona gets hit by the Ashe ult, and Sona's going to drop. Yasuo picks up a free kill, and he flashes. Malzahar still has his ultimate. Yeah, I really think Sona needs to go with the QSS here. That's the 3rd time she's gotten, locked down because of that Malzahar ult. Someone is going to need to go bot, though. I think it looks like Malzahar will be answering the bot wave.
So that could turn to a 4v4, which I honestly think that Laboratory might be able to win if they play it right. Oh, it looks like the Ashe is getting bursted down. She's going to get out, though.
Xin Zhao jumps in. Pops you. And Hecarim comes in for the flank. Azir goes in. It's going to Jarvan also try to load them down.
I think that might be game right there.
They were doing pretty well, just getting picks and all. But then, all it takes is a Tarek ult to drop down. The Xin Zhao runs in and charges. I mean, the Hecarim is also very strong. There's just not much. Without a doubt, the 5v5 is going to go the way of University Laboratory almost every single time.
We also do see the Infernal Drake coming up, so if they decide to get that, we might see 5 Dragons on University, which could be even more.
Rooted up by Soraka. Looks like the Infernal Dragon is going to be started up by the red team. You see, red team, they have 2 Barons now. They're going to get the Infernal, but they're under no pressure to force anything right now. They know their Azir is going to carry them. Azir, with all the damage Azir is doing, he's only at 2 items. So this guy is a monster.
We also do see the Hecarim rushing a Guardian's Angel third item. So, and we do see Xin Zhao now getting his Randuins, which makes him a lot stronger against Yasuo, who does so much critical damage.
That's true. Yasuo is sitting at his 4 items right now. He's the bright spot for Dwight the Eisenhower. If you can find a way to get Yasuo doing tons of damage in these fights, they might be able to pull out the win. But other than that, red team's just gonna march down with the supers.
One thing I don't like about this, Sona instead getting a redemption instead of an Ardent Sensor. I do not think that was the right move there. You get extra healing, but at the same time you can't protect yourself.
Yeah, I think Soraka should have gone. Either way, they're both good items. Ardent Sensor is more for sustain. They probably feel if they... An Ardent Sensor on the Yasuo though would be good, so looks like she is gonna go next item.
Ash is just getting poked out by the Azir. He's doing so much damage.
As they start hitting the towers, Yasuo Windwall's gonna block. Tarek looking for the stun, not quick to find it. Azir goes in, he knocks Yasuo back into his team. Yasuo's in trouble, the Tarek drops down, the Starik's gonna pop. Yasuo gets an ult, as Jarvan's gonna drop down to Hecarim. Sona's gonna kill Yasuo.
I think that's game right there, yeah.
Double kill, Xin Zhao picks up a kill. Now Zin's just gonna finish off the Malzahar. Only 1 member stands with Dwight the Eisenhower, as looks like they're gonna crash on.
I think he's gonna be able to 1v5, and that's gonna be game right there.
That's gonna be game right there.
It's an overwhelming victory.
University Laboratory taking down Dwight D. Eisenhower in the semifinal to move on to the next rounds. That game, they knew exactly what they wanted to do there from Champion Select. They wanted to pick the Sona, the Tarek, the Azir, get to late game, but it didn't even matter. They won the early game so hard. It was a clean win. Lots to feel good about there. Very well played on the side of University Laboratory. As we go on to see the damage charts, you see the most damage in the game actually coming from the Yasuo at just under 30,000. Azir is about 26,000.
That Yasuo damage isn't surprising though, considering how he was doing the Hecarim. But with 4 items on Yasuo, you turn into an absolute nightmare.
Yeah. All right. Again, thank you guys for joining us here. It was a good game. We will be having more playoffs later in the day, so stay tuned on GG Leagues. As our next game, I believe,
Did get pushed back.
Our next game, looks like Naperville and Homewood Flossmoor. The winner of that game will be playing University Laboratory. So University Laboratory is playing again at 11:30, which is now 11:46. So the stream. Oh wait, they already cut it. Never mind. I suck. All right, next game is noon between Naperville and Unilab.
That's gonna be exciting.